I knew he was there the night my dad died. I had an experience that was undeniable that I was taught shouldn't exist, but it was there to give me faith, and I was told everything would be okay. My name is Debra Clearwater. I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, and I am 52 years old. Jesus has always been a part of my life, and I have had a relationship with him since I was about 6 years old. I have always prayed, and I have always turned to Jesus and the Father for guidance and forgiveness. He is where my faith lives. I was previously baptized as a Jehovah's Witness at the age of 16. On that day, I mindfully and wholeheartedly gave my heart to Jesus. However, I could not stay in a religion where I could not see a reflection of his true love, acceptance, patience, understanding, and forgiveness. As in John 13, verse 35, by this all people will know that you are my disciples, that you will have love amongst yourselves. At 9 years old, my father died. And as an orphan and fatherless child, I had not been shown love, kindness, or care in the faith, only judgment and shunning. My parents had been allowed to abuse me under cover of darkness. People knew and said nothing, did nothing, and I didn't see myself belonging there. No elder ever acted fatherly or protectively towards myself or my brother after my father died, and the only thing that we received from that faith was judgment and condemnation. By the age of 14, I left home due to the dysfunction in the family. At the age of 15, I came back and genuinely tried to make things at home work by following my faith. But the week after graduation, I moved 10 hours away from home, and I left the church, but not God. I was cut off. I was very much alone, but was not ready to attend another church of any kind for 34 years. This is common for most young witnesses who leave the faith. Over 90% of excommunicated Jehovah's Witnesses never enter another church again for the rest of their life. Although they told me that I had been cut off from God, I still prayed and read the Bible. Unfortunately, these practices were intermittent and only common when I found myself in despair. Throughout those years, in my darkest moments, I had experiences most people never do. I witnessed small miracles and events that made God's existence undeniable. He showed up to show me and remind me that he was still there. In the darkest moments where my faith truly dwindled, he would show up and remind me of his love. But I was still afraid to look at another church because from an early age, I was taught that all other forms of Christianity were false religion. It was very difficult to overcome that obstacle. In 2021, my eldest daughter, was suffering from severe mental illness. Later that year, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. God was with me that entire year, reminding me and building my faith, helping me let go of the things I could not control. Although I did not know how it would end, I knew that it wasn't going to end well. My daughter passed away in 2022, and somehow she was called to be baptized a week before she passed away. It was another sign to me that God had not left my life and was still protecting the things I loved. Although the loss was devastating, she was at peace. She was with him before she was mine, and she was with him now. And he is giving me peace that I cannot explain. I know for certain, and with all certainty, I will see her again. And when I do, she will be healthy and she'll be shiny. I cannot imagine my life without his loving kindness and grace, and I don't want to. In January 2024, I finally started attending services here. At first, I would sneak in, and I knew I could walk out at any moment if I just wasn't comfortable. But the more I came, the more peace I found. It was a very private experience to begin with. The more I came, the more I looked forward to each Sunday because I could feel God's Spirit moving in this church. I committed myself to coming every Sunday for a year, and if at the end of that year it still felt like the right place to be, I would make it my spiritual home. Every experience I've had has been friendly, welcoming. In the past year, my knowledge has expanded into places that ignited my curiosity. I read more of the Bible in the past year than I ever had at any other time in my life. Over the past year, I have removed several toxic relationships from my life and have renewed my relationship with Jesus. That was the catalyst because they just didn't want to hear it. I didn't have to ask for space or fight for boundaries because Jesus did it for me. Just by speaking his name and sharing how he changed my perspective, they made it clear they didn't want to hear it. I feel my rededication through baptism will allow me to truly sever myself from the past. Jesus has carried me through many flames when I have asked. But with my rededication, it is my way of preparing myself and asking him what he needs from me. When my father died, when I was young, I knew he was there. The night my dad died, I had an experience that was undeniable that I was taught shouldn't exist, but it was there to give me faith, and I was told everything would be okay. By showing me that I don't have to be in control of everything, that surrender is really the best way to go, and that Jesus can see the end of everything, and he knows how to get us around obstacles we don't even know are ahead of us. I believe Jesus is the Son of God, and I believe that everyone exercising faith in him might have everlasting life. Because I can't imagine a world where he didn't exist. I can't imagine not having the hope of seeing my loved ones again. I can't imagine not having the forgiveness that he offers. And when you see how mankind is without Jesus, it's not a world I want to live in. I want to make an outward declaration again from a place of making a decision for myself, not pleasing anyone else. It's truly just about my relationship with Jesus. To put the past behind me and just to reclaim that relationship. I want everyone to know that Jesus makes the way for us, and he truly does understand our condition. He understands what we're going through. He meets us at our darkest moments, and he knows exactly what we need. I just want everyone to know that he's there for them. Everything. It sounds big and that seems small, but I'm thankful for the hope that he's given me, and I'm thankful for his forgiveness. I'm thankful for his grace.